Hi, everybody. It's David Zink along with Kim Pearsall here to mind your business for a Thursday. I think it's called Earnings Thursday, isn't it, Kim?
It is. There are so many companies putting out their earnings reports today, so it is earnings day.
And so, what's the deal with that?
I don't know. Like all of a sudden, all of them are coming out with their second quarter reports today, including today Hansen, Watson, and the Outdoor Channel. So all of our inland companies.
And then, so we'll just move on to oops, I just jumped away from that. Hold on one second. So then we could just move on to Monster's earnings, which I guess it's good news first.
We could, yeah. So Hansen Natural, which is obviously the maker of Monster Energy drink, they were very pleased to report that they had record second quarter earnings. So they saw a profit of about $63.8 million in the second quarter, or 69 cents per diluted share. And that profit was an increase of about 11.4% compared to the same second quarter in 2009. And their sales increased about 20.1% to, get this, $415.3 million in just one quarter. So that was just the 3 months in the second quarter.
Well, and that seems to coincide with their big splashdown in, I guess it's Western Russia? Western Ukraine, I guess.
They've now spread into Slovakia, the Czech Republic. They're also going into the Middle East soon, and they're prepping right now to go into Germany as well. So they're doing a full court press for expansion efforts into foreign markets, especially Europe and the Middle East and so forth.
That's crazy, and I also read within that there are people that are saying that they're primed to actually be gobbled up by a bigger company because of their I guess their stock price and everything else.
Well, analysts have long said that they would be a valuable acquisition for a distributor, a larger public beverage company to come in, swoop in, and take them over. A lot of folks have brought up Coke as being a possibility, and granted, it's always brought up seemingly every quarter, so this quarter was no different. But yeah, lots of folks like to speculate as to whether or not they could be acquired at some point. They do have a pretty attractive stock price for those companies, and they do seem to be growing. Their market share, they're basically second to Red Bull in the energy market category. That's
right.
Still their huge leader, and I think that's about 80% of their business right there is just Monster Energy brands. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they'll probably catch up to them. And Coke is their distributor, is that correct?
Correct, yeah. Right now, Coke is their distributor.
So it would make better sense for Coke anyways, because that vertical integration, they basically kick someone out of the loop and a little bit more profit goes their way.
Well,
so,
yeah.
We'll see. But, okay, and then second up we have Watson, which the news isn't so good.
Correct. Watson Pharmaceuticals reported, well, actually, no, it is good for Watson.
Right,
Watson reported a net profit of $70.6 million, or 57 cents per share in the second quarter of 2010. So that net income is a 33% increase from the same 3-month period in 2009.
I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, so they saw definite improvements in the second quarter.
And what was that from? Was there any reason for that, or is that just a matter of market?
They're talking about sales of generic drugs in new international markets is really what provided them a boost. So the generic market is quite a bit of what Watson does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then finally, the bad news,
right.
Which is Outdoor Channel. I guess their revenues are down. They didn't quite make much money.
Correct. Yeah, total revenues amounted to about $16.8 million for the second quarter, and that was about a decrease of 12% compared to the year prior. So they had a net loss, so they didn't make a profit at all of about $1.2 million the second quarter. And I think I was reading a report or there was a statement that came out that said that a lot of this has to do with the advertising market right now.
Yeah.
And they're beholden to cable companies that pick them up and their subscriber base. And so I think their subscriber revenue was down and their advertising revenue might have also been down. So
right. And advertising, as we well know in the newspaper business, has really taken a hit last couple of years. And so, hopefully they'll get back on the right track. But, that tends to be the territory they're in.
Right. And since it's earnings day, I figured it would be appropriate to sum up the stock market for today. Since we're right after the closing. I know. The Dow was down, the NASDAQ was down, the S&P was down. So surprise, surprise, most things were down. But they were all down fairly incrementally. So the Dow closed at 10,674, NASDAQ closed at 2,293, and the S&P was at 1,125.
Now, is it earnings day across the board? There are a lot of companies that we're just not talking about that also had their earnings come out today, or is it just so happened that this was the day that 3 local companies happened to do that?
This was the day that 3 local companies happened to do that, yeah. We actually have one other local company. It's a desert-based company called Hansen Corporation.
Water company.
Correct. Their earnings report is coming out next week.
And that probably should be pretty good because they
staggered.
just signed a big deal with, I think, China, isn't it?
They did. It wasn't recently. It was a couple, I think, about a year ago or so. And it's China Water and Drinks,
Right.
Which is a water bottling company in China. So they've had that deal for a while. The big thing that they're moving into, and this is going to be interesting next week, is the disposal and filtering of the water that's produced in shale mining. So this is the natural gas mining that's happening in the middle of the country. And what they do is they take hundreds and thousands of gallons of water from that's being produced from that's perhaps,
At this
dirty
point,
as a result.
unusable, but they clean it, I assume.
Exactly. They clean it, they dispose of it, and that's what they're in the business of doing right now.
Wow, that's pretty good stuff. Well, Kim, thanks so much for pulling yourself away from the desk. I know you're real busy trying to get these stories ready for the morning edition of the paper. But for Kim Pearsall, I'm David Zink, reminding you to mind your business. It's Thursday. Obviously, we're going to end the week tomorrow on Friday, probably a little earlier than we did today. Right, Kim?
Yes.
All right, we'll talk to you later.